Hey guys, I'm back. So today we're gonna talk about Would You Write for Me by Jasmine Williams 1 and 2. I promise I try not to make this long, but I'm gonna just give you a rough draft of what the book is about. The book main characters are Leo, Ariana, I think that's how you pronounce her name, but she wants to be called Ray Ray or Riri. Shayla, Darius, Latrice, and I forgot Shayla's husband's name, Terrence, I think. Okay, so the main book, the first in the beginning of book one, you meet Ray Ray and Darius. Darius is a drug dealer. He is basically the worst drug dealer ever. He does have power because according to Ray Ray, he has control over different area codes or boroughs in their neighborhood or in the state that they live. But he is basically a drug dealer, but he's very abusive emotionally, physically, and sexually. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. He's just basically a dog. That's how I classify him. Then you have Ray Ray. She works she's actually a midwife, so she has a very good job, and she somehow got stuck with Darius. I don't know how or what, but me I don't know. I don't think it was the money, but there was some good thing about him that drew them together. They only been together for 2 years. So in the book, Darius, the beginnings that you hear Ray Ray, she's very upset because she was forced to have an abortion. She told Darius she was pregnant, and he said, "It ain't my baby, and you better take care of it, or I'm going to take care of you," pretty much. So she ended up having the abortion, and then she resented and everything else afterwards. Darius, he was very abusive. He almost killed her, and Leo came to her rescue. So Leo part in the book, he was introduced when she went to visit her friend Shayla. Shayla is her co-worker. She also works in the hospital. And Leo is Terrence's friend, basically one of his best friends. Leo used to be in the drug game, but now he's making a name for himself. He has different houses that he basically flip them and sell them or rent them out. He has his recording studio, so he has a lot going on for him. Yes, he started out doing the drugs, but then he made a name for himself. The background on Leo and Shay and Ray Ray is that they both their parents were victims of domestic violence. And for Ray to get involved with Darius and know the domestic violence, she was basically scared of him and she couldn't get away from him. But Leo, being the man he is, went through the domestic violence and actually killed his stepfather by protecting I think it's his dad, by protecting his mom. So he's been through it also. So he identified when Ray Ray was being a victim of it and tried to help her. So in the book, she ended up getting away from Darius, and she started a relationship with Ray Ray, with Leo. They were going out and having a good time. They end up going to one of Leo's launch parties for one of his artists, and Darius saw her and basically dragged her out the club. Basically, he was going to beat her and like kill her. Leo came to her rescue and everything, and then he ended up taking care of Darius. So you thought that would be the end of Darius, right? Nope. For a dead man, he was still alive and well all over. So eventually, Ray found out that Darius had some girl pregnant, and and then there was another girl that looks just like him. So I was wondering who was this girl or what was going on. So towards the end of book one, you found out that the girl that was pregnant is Leo's ex-girlfriend's sister, Latrice. She's a hot mess, can't stand her. And then the little girl is actually Leo's basically adopted daughter, which is the friend's, I think her name is Lisa, the sister that passed away, Lisa's daughter. So then you found out that Darius is the father of both kids, and he just keeps on popping back up in Ray Ray's life, and she just wants to get rid of him. She don't want nothing to do with him, and no matter how much she tries to get away with it, he just popped back up in her life. So she just it was that was just too much going on. Then turn to find out now in book two that now Leo is going through a little situation with Latrice. Latrice is basically she hate Leo because Leo started dating her first, and then he knew she was a fast girl, so he just basically got what he wanted and started dating her sister. So her sister was killed and nobody really knew who killed her. So Leo was still holding on to the grief of his girlfriend death, and he raised the daughter as his own. So towards the book, they get to find out that Latrice is up to something. They don't know what. So another girl came into the book. Her name is Naomi. Naomi is also in the drug game. She came in book two. So she saw Latrice and basically confiscated her phone and basically said that, I don't know what you're doing here, but whatever you're doing here, you better go before I kill you, right? So towards the book, everything was going good. Nobody heard of Latrice, and Leo and Ray Ray was going on good, and Shayla was there protecting her and everything, giving her encouragement and still going strong. And then more drama comes in the book. So now Latrice is back, and then uh, Ray Ray is going through a little issues with Leo. It's like a little insecurity. She accused him of sleeping with Naomi, and Naomi's like a sister to him. So they were going a little back and forth, and they was basically not talking to each other and what have you. So they were getting together good. The relationship started going good, and everything else was going good. So besides from that, they were just trying to be have a good time, right? So then comes back Latrice, as I said. So now Latrice is back in full swing. It's Lisa's birthday, so they went to her graveside. So they saw her. So they were wondering what's going on. Why is she here? She's crying. Maybe she's just emotional because it's her sister's death. Then throughout the hood he's thinking, oh yeah, she's emotional, but she's mistreating his daughter and he didn't like that, but he said she has a kid, so he's not going to like basically hurt her. Towards the end of the book, he found out that she killed her sister. Oh, you know what that meant, right? He was just all ready for revenge and everything. He said he wasn't going to hurt her, but he was going to hurt her. So it was so much going on, and throughout this, Latrice and Lisa's mother, she was basically the guardian of both Leo's daughter, that his adopted daughter, and the tree's son, which is Darius's son. So the both kids, the grandmother was going through everything, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take care of him, and Leo's gonna help me," and everything was going good until they found out about the truth about what Latrice did, and then he was going to kill her. But come to find out, Latrice, she couldn't take the guilt anymore, so she killed herself. So it was just so much drama going on, but I felt so bad for their mom, Latrice and Lisa's mom, because she was very young. She's like maybe 50 something, 53, 54. She couldn't take the burden anymore. Towards the end of the book, we found out that she died of a heart attack with basically a broken heart. Both daughters dead. One daughter killed the other daughter, and the other one committed suicide. So it was very sad for the mom. I was hoping that she didn't die, but I understand why things happened the way it did. But I was very happy that towards in the end of the book, Leo and Ray Ray adopted both kids. He adopted both Lisa's daughter, I don't remember her name, and Babe Darius Jr., which is Latrice's kid. So he ended up having two kids that's not his. So you hardly find men that would take kids that's not their own. So I was very glad about that. He was a very stand-up guy, even though he had a lot of thug and roughness still in him from the street. He was able to come out on top and be a father that those kids need. Ride with Me was a very good book. Leo was basically a man's man. He was basically a woman's dream. He had money, he had brains, he was caring, he was loving. He was basically everything a woman was looking for. I think Jasmine did an awesome job with this book. I really love it. I'm sorry for rambling. I was just trying to give you as much information as I could. I will have a copy of the book at the end of the video. So check it out. Again, it's Ride for Me 1 and 2 by Jasmine Williams. Alright, see you later. Bye.